am Hans John, 2019 Vinci Ragasoka winner. I took the COVID-19 vaccine and so should you. Let's be an example to others. Get vaccinated today and help control the spread of COVID-19.
Vaccinate if you want to eliminate the spread of the virus in our place, and do not procrastinate, but rather let us vaccinate. Get vaccinated today.
Good evening, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Welcome to another edition in the series Mobilisation Xpress live series put on by the Ministry of National Mobilization, Social Development, Gender, the Family, Persons with Disabilities, Youth, Housing and Informal Human Settlement. Our programs are geared towards bringing the general public, up to date on information and also to provide you with guidance on services that are being offered within the Ministry of National Mobilization. This evening, we are coming to you live on VC3 platforms on YouTube, Facebook, cable TV on channel 114, all of the Ministry of National Mobilization social media pages, NBC Radio, API, Bay Hill News Network, Kankadi in Canada. We welcome you all here to our program this evening. Today, it's International Men's Day, and we want to say Happy International Men's Day to all men in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in the diaspora. We are celebrating International Men's Day under the theme, Building Better Relations Between Men and Women. In this evening's program, we will discuss, is the influence of male partners necessary for proper parenting of a child in today's society? We will discuss the role of men in relationships and how it impacts on the family. I have with me this evening two esteemed gentlemen. I often refer to them as father and son. We have His Excellency Mr. Hans John, the Younger, Cultural Ambassador of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and reigning Ragasoka King here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a father. And His Excellency Mr. Rondi Luther McIntosh, Cultural Ambassador, Entertainer, and also a father. My name is Philcott Jeffers, Administrative Officer within the Ministry of National Mobilization with responsibilities for communications and marketing. Before we begin our discussion this evening, we would like to bring you a message from the Honorable Dr. Orlando Brewster, the Minister with responsibilities for gender in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's listen to him.
International Men's Day is a global celebration that takes place November 19th annually, and the theme for this year is better relations between men and women. One of the 6 pillars is to promote gender equality not only for men but women also. It invites every man, woman, girl, and boy in the world to come together and celebrate men and boys in all their diversity. The commemoration of this day serves to make a special effort to strive for positive relations across the gender spectrum. The first International Men's Day was observed in 1992. Each year, more countries and people join the celebration as the world is growing to understand that although it might be a man's world, there are many issues men face that this day help us to highlight and address. The focus this year is to challenge men to be better fathers, husbands, and role models, to encourage and foster gender equality. In an era where there is a push for empowerment of women and girls, the agenda of men can somewhat be placed on the back burner and thus create an invisibility of men in society. Men's issues do not get the necessary focus on the gender platform, but we are working to change that notion, and the celebration of this day is an opportunity to place men's issues on the gender platform and ensure they are part of the conversation. International Men's Day is about highlighting and encouraging positive masculinity and the positive male role model in our society. Men must not only be seen as providers and disciplinarians in the family, they also have a critical role as nurturers. We want to boost participation of fathers in the household, particularly in the nurturing of their children. So this year, I challenge and urge all men in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to strive to be better husbands, better fathers, and better role models. Happy International Men's Day.
International Men's Day 2021. Every year, the world celebrates this day to recognize and appreciate the role of men as fathers, brothers, and husbands. Every year, the world celebrates International Men's Day to recognize and appreciate these roles because this day holds significant value as it promotes the positive role of men in framing society, states, and nation, and also promotes gender equality. According to the official website of International Men's Day, the objective of this day is to promote gender equality, appreciate the positive contributions made by men to society, highlight discrimination against men, improve gender relations, and create a safe and a better world. It was inaugurated in 1992 on February 7 by Thomas Oster. The day was not celebrated until November 19, 1999. But it came into existence after Dr. Jerome Tel-Lok Singh reinstated the day in Trinidad and Tobago. He was a lecturer at the University of the West Indies there. And it has gained massive support in the Caribbean, after which the world continued to celebrate. Today we discuss the role of men in our society, the importance that it plays within all of what we have discussed. And part of the reason why I have these two gentlemen on the panel, Randy Luther, many of us know him as the crowd motivator, the entertainer coming from Signal, and all the years he's been involved in the performing arts. So I would want to start with him this evening. Luther, you have been and have played the role of father to many of our local talents, too numerous to mention at this point in time. And within recent years, following you, I've noticed that you have also created this program where you want to nurture younger talents to teach them the art, to teach them the craft. Hans being one of those that have come through that process, part of the reason why we're here. So technically, you're the entertainment father here this evening.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about your role as an entertainer, and then we'll dive into how this has been able to help you to shape these youngsters into becoming the models that we see, the Hans John, for example, and the others. So welcome to the program, and just tell us who you are in these different aspects.
Thank you very much. And it's an absolute pleasure being here. Now, I would have been nurtured at my early stage, at the early stage of my music career, being drawn into the band Signal, and working with a lot of veterans, you know, the Abbeys, the Samsons, and the Cleve Scott, you name it. And those guys would have taken me, under their wings and they would have taught me not just about music, about how to be a decent human being, how to be responsible, how to choose the right partner. So Signal was an institution that really taught me a lot.
Okay.
Coming out of that, when I went solo, I see it as my duty to continue in that trend, in that vein. Someone would have helped me, so let me extend the helping hand to whosoever is willing to learn, willing to come on board. So I start nurturing other artists, as you say, too numerous to mention. And Hans John is here, as you rightfully said, and took him under my wings as well in the outfit called Soca Dance. And, just basically show him the ropes and just be like that father figure. And when I see him, getting out of line, of course, as a young man, he will get out of line as all of us did, and just basically being that guiding light. Because I will not be around forever, or I will not be doing what I do and as good as I do for as long as eternity.
Right.
So there must be that succession planning where, you impart knowledge, impart, your own experience, and let others learn and just take that chart, that course, and help them along the way. So that, my whole objective in life is to always give back, always help, always nurture, always teach, always be a decent human being, always try and be a good example. I am human, so I will falter along the way, but my intentions are always good.
So let's touch a little bit about the daddy Luther, where it's your biological child. Just a little bit, because we're going to go into that a bit more.
All right. I am a father of 3 girls. Unfortunately, I can't make boys, for whatever reason. But I'm a father.
Is that an indication that you've stopped?
Well, I not willingly, because if it was left up to me, I would try until I got a son, because of course you want, someone to carry on your legacy and, someone to just teach that male part of you, to impart that male knowledge, but as life would have it, the other partner said that's it, she should shut up shop. So all my hope of being a father of a son is really... yeah, null and void right now. Yeah, so, but it's one of the greatest blessing a man or anyone could experience, is to bring in another human being to this earth. The Father would have blessed us so that we can be fruitful and multiply. And just looking at a child, a baby, and the process they go through to becoming an adolescent, teenager into adulthood, and the role that you as a man must play in order to give them that solid foundation, hoping that when they do mature and get to the age where they go off on their own, that they would not be, that they would not stray too far from what you would have, taught them, all the principles. So that has been my core duty as well, to make sure that my children and the knowledge and the discipline that would have passed on to me from my parents and grandparents, that I also instill those discipline and all those teachings, into my children. Okay,
Hans, you're the son here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're the youngest here in the panel as well.
So to speak.
Talk to us about how it has been